Hello guys, what's up? I'm Brian here doing another basic review for you guys, and this time we are taking a look at Masterpiece Shockwave. Now in this review there's not as much flair and not as much going on. I'm just going to review the figure. Eventually I would like to do a Canadian reviewer episode, but right now is not a good time for that, but I still want to make a review, so here we go. Anyways, here is the packaging, and it's about the same width as the Masterpiece Sideswipe packaging, but it's much longer and much taller. It's about 2 to 3 times the size going up, which is very big. Anyways, this packaging looks great. It shows a nice picture of Shockwave, which I wish it was this tone of purple. This tone's actually not that bad, not as bad as I was expecting, but I wish it was more like this. Anyways, here's the side of the packaging. Here's pretty much all this with all the pictures and whatever. More stuff, and then more stuff. And then, of course, we got more stuff. And we actually get a little diagram of pretty much everything that it includes. Anyways, I'm going to toss the box to the side and show the coin. Yes, this came with my purchase, and it's pretty cool. You know, it just opens up like this. And you can see the actual coin. And this folds down to show nothing. I really don't get why that does that, but I'm not going to pop this open. I'm just going to leave it in the box because I have no reason to take it out. So, pretty cool. I like that. A very nice collector's item. As well, you also get a sheet of stickers. Very nice. I like this. Now, I didn't add any of the stickers, but you can add them to other Decepticons. You get a very nice up-to-date Decepticon logo, as well as the G1-like logos down there, so that's pretty cool. You have a bunch of them, so you could do whatever. As well, you also get the instructions. I'm not going to pull these out because they are huge. And then, of course, you get this little thing with the QR code, or whatever they call it. Yay! That's fantastic. Anyways, here is Masterpiece Shockwave, and I like it. I really, really like it. It's not the best thing in the world. I will say that. I have a few complaints, but I really do like it. I enjoy this. It's a lot of fun to go beep, 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 beep. I love it. I think the purple is alright. Like I said before, I wish it was more like what's got on the box, but this purple is not that bad, especially up close and personal. It really isn't that bad. It's much darker than I expected. Now, it does have the scope thingy, which is very cool, so you got that. It's just clear plastic, and yes, it's got a giant gap in the back. I really don't care. There could have been a tab or something to just fill that out, I guess, but it's not that big of an issue. I have no problem with it. My biggest problem is this. I don't like that the feet is sticking out. Now, it's not as bad as I thought when I wrapped my hand around it. It doesn't really, poke me or anything like that. It doesn't feel odd or awful or anything like that. And I can grip the trigger just fine, so that's alright. So, it's not the biggest deal breaker of this set. It just doesn't look that good. I mean, the feet are quite obviously there. I wish that was more like the G1 figure. I don't know. It's just, it doesn't look good. Also, there's a little flap underneath here that will sometimes just slide out of place if you don't have it in right. So, that's unfortunate. I do like the hose. It's actually a coil with string inside there, so it's very nice. It won't break as easily as the original hose on the G1 figure. You know how that one degrades. And you can pop that out if you guys like. Now, the barrel looks very cool. As you can see, it's got transparent purple inside there. Very nice. And when you pull the trigger, there's a little light inside. Now, there's also a little tab which you slide across there. Now, once you do that, once you pull the trigger, it will automatically flash. And it's a slow flash. I don't know why it kind of just flashes for a couple seconds. I don't know. Maybe something's wrong with my Shockwave. But it's not supposed to do that. It's supposed to be slowly going in and out. So I don't get why it's doing that. I'm just going to switch that off because that's kind of weird. But, still, a very cool little Shockwave. I like it. I really do. It's not my favorite alt mode ever, but it's very cool. Now, he does come with a tray filled with hands. Yes, a tray filled with hands. I'm sorry that I said that. But you can pop this open, and there's enough room to put all these little hands. We'll take a look at these in the robot mode as well. I can put in the Shockwave gun, so that's very nice. But as you can see, that just opens and closes. But not only that, you open it up like so, push this tab in, fold this up like so, and it will click into place. And now you have an actual stand for the Shockwave figure, and it's really cool. I really do enjoy that. That is very nice for display. I wish it was completely clear plastic, but you'll see in robot mode why it's not. It's still very cool, and something that some of the other third-party Shockwaves do not include. They don't have this. It's very nice to get a nice Shockwave that actually can do this. It's very cool, and I love it. I really do. It's not the best thing to look at, but at least they put it in, so I'm very happy for that. Anyways, let's move on to the transformation. By the way, this set does not include some batteries. It does not include demo batteries or anything like that, so you're going to have to buy the batteries for this. Now, the batteries install in here, but there's batteries in his arms, which we'll take a look at in robot mode. Again, let's go ahead and transform this. So what you do is you fold this flap, and then you fold that up like so. Next, take these, separate them, and rotate them out like so. And I believe you're supposed to rotate them this way. Next, what you want to do, and you can just fold up the trigger if you want, that will get things out of the way, is separate the legs like so. Then take out the feet and rotate them like that. Take this flap, rotate it like so, straighten all this out, and there's a little tab, and there would be a hole on this side, at least for this leg. I believe on the other leg it's the other way around, but it's pretty much the same idea. Anyways, oh yeah, I also forgot to fold these down. They don't really do much. Anyways, once you get enough clearance, rotate this down, straighten out the leg, and this will tab into this section here like so. And you will have a completed leg. Rotate the leg all the way around, and there you go. Once again, on this side, pull this out. Now, if you need to, you can rotate this around to get enough clearance, like so. Or you can pull this out first, doesn't really matter. And then flip this out, tab this into place, like so. Take the leg, rotate it around at this joint, straighten out the legs, tab it into place, and rotate the legs. And also give this section a little bit of a squeeze just so that it's all flat, like so. And there we go. Next, what you want to do is take the barrel and rotate it up like so, just to get that out of the way. Pull these arms out and straighten them down, which, by the way, I do not like the sound of that ratchet joint. Take this, fold these sections down like so. It's on a double joint. Sorry, that's out of the camera. And connect that to the back. Next, what you want to do, and this is the most difficult thing of the transformation in the entirety of it, is you pull out the head, which is difficult enough. I can't seem to get a good grasp at it, but you gotta pop this up to where it will click into place. Now, the problem that I have with that is that the ball joint for the head, it will just pop right out. It's not a joint or anything like that to where it's just going to stay in place. It's a ball joint, which means you risk the chance of popping this up. Thankfully, I did not do it that time, so that's pretty cool. And he looks complete, right? You're not done. Next, what you're going to do is extend out the abdomen section, which is a little tricky. It's easier to get that out of the way. There we are. Till you actually get this joint, and fold this in. And then flatten that out again. And there you have Shockwave in his robot mode. Now, if you want, you can also rotate the arms like so. But when you rotate this section, you gotta rotate the hand too. But personally, I don't do that. I don't really care to. So I just like to leave it like that. Plus also the hose is out of the way, so we have that. And there is Masterpiece Shockwave in his robot mode, and a very nice looking robot mode. I gotta say, this guy really does look like the G1 Shockwave, which I am so happy for. I mean, just look at the guy. Look at him. He's got a nice little backpack that I actually really enjoy. He's got a nice purple color going to him, although, again, I wish it was darker. This is not bad. And he's got some pretty good articulation. Now, the worst part of his articulation is this section. It's too loose. Personally, I wish that was a ratchet joint. And when you split the legs, yeah, that will just happen. But everything else is fine. You know, he's got a nice knee joint. He's got a ratchet around here. This actually swivels, which is pretty cool. It's actually got enough clearance to actually swivel, so that's very nice. Although this section kind of looks gappy. It's not that bad, I don't think. These flaps also come out of the way, so you got that. You can also flip this up and give him a rotation on the waist. Isn't that fantastic? Yes. Pretty cool. Again, ball jointed head, so he can and then a bunch of joints in the arms, which is very nice. Now you can swap out the arms, or sorry, the hands, for all these other hands. And Shockwave just fell. As you can see, he's got a transparent blaster, which is very nice. He's got a transparent I almost said head. He's got a transparent hand. He's got a transparent karate chop hand, and then he's got a solid plastic hand, which, yes, is pretty much the same thing on this side, for this side. So you got that. And then a non-transparent karate chop hand. The only complaint that I have about these is there's not a transparent hand for this side, only this side. I don't understand why, but there's that. You can swap this side over to this side. It's pretty much the same connection. But, yeah, there's that. Plus, also, inside his hand, he's got a little battery contraption, light-up doodad. So, yes, it will light up. Very cool. And it's doing that blinking thing that I don't like. Why is it doing that? It's weird. But, whatever, I guess. It's still cool. I really like the fact that they actually implanted that into his hand. It's not just in the gun mode. He's actually got that for the robot mode too. I really do enjoy that. If you can't get the trigger inside here, you can also do that for the backpack. I don't see why you would want to, but he got that. And then you also have a mini Shockwave that can go in his hand. It's a little easier said than done. What I'd like to do is I like to open his hand completely, and as I'm trying to get that inside the tab, I close the hand on it. Just to make things easier. And there we go. Shockwave is holding himself. That really sounds perverted, but I mean, it's the truth. That's what he was doing. So I really like the head. It's a very simple head, but they really did a good job on it. I don't know if transparent yellow would have been my #1 choice for the eye color, but it's not that bad. And you can take this entire backpack, open this up, and this will slide into place to the point where it will close up. It's easier to get this as far down as you possibly can. And just slide this up. And once again, easier said than done. I don't think I'm going to do it, but you can close this up, and it just kind of hides away some of that backpack kibble, but I really like the backpack kibble, and I just filled this up with the hands anyways. You can, I have been able to do this, you can give Masterpiece Sideswipe the Shockwave gun, which is cool. You know, I like that. It's very nice. Although I'm not going to really do it right now. You can do it. So, I didn't really have it in the tab, but whatever. Also, size comparison. There is Sideswipe and Shockwave. Very cool. I'm sorry that I'm too far out. There we are. So, yeah, that's very nice. I like the scale of that. Although, compared to some Decepticons, he's actually a lot shorter than he should be. It's really not that big of a deal. I don't really see Shockwave sitting next to, or standing next to, that many Decepticons in the show anyway, so it's not that big of a deal. Usually he's on Cybertron doing his own thing. There's a G1 Ricochet, if you guys want to see that. And more commonly, here's a Viacon. just for size comparison. And because it's a recent figure, here is Jazz. So yeah, that's pretty cool. I like the scale of this guy. It's not the best scale with the Decepticons, but once again, I don't really care. It's good enough for its scale. And yeah, I like the transparent chest. It's actually got some chrome inside there, which is very nice. And he does have metal in his feet, and in this bar right here, there's actually die cast, so that's pretty cool. Anyways, I really do like Shockwave. I'm really enjoying him, except for the price. I'm sorry, but everything I'm fine with except for the price. That is the biggest thing that bothers me about this figure in general. I can't stand the fact that people will actually pay $160, $170 for this guy. And the third-party ones are about like $70, what, $100? I mean, good God, that's insane. This guy does not have like as much plastic, and he feels a lot cheaper than what I imagine the third-party figures would feel, but he's just so much, he's just so damn expensive. I just really don't like the fact that people are paying $170 for this guy. If you can get him on a good deal, and if you really want the official Masterpiece Shockwave, then yeah, okay, I guess, go ahead, do whatever you want with your money. But in my honest opinion, I don't feel like this is worth $170 plus shipping. That's a lot of money for this guy. And I actually got a good deal on this guy. So that's pretty much it. I thank you guys for watching. Again, great figure. I love it. If you want Masterpiece Shockwave, go ahead and go for it if you're willing to pay the price. Anyways, once again, I thank you guys for watching. Please like, comment, share, subscribe, and all those fun doodads, and I'll see you guys next time. Peace. Almost forgot, Masterpiece Shockwave comes with a card.